Yo, good evening. This is your host, Don Armando, and this is Open Topics with Don Armando. So, tonight's topic, we're going to talk about conspiracy theories and current world news. Because a lot of people been hitting my line talking about the Wagner boss untimely demise, and a lot of people are saying it was Putin that deleted it. So, anybody who's watching, I want you to express your thoughts on the deletion or the accidental deletion of the boss from Wagner and many other current events that is going on, especially in Africa. All right, yeah. So this is just a night tonight because for all my conspiracy theorists out there, I mean, that's what's been saying that I forgot what his name is, Bergosian. Um, RIP to that man, even though he was a warrior. But a lot of people are actually saying that his untimely deletion or passing, whatever words you might want to use, was caused by the president of the Russian Federation, Putin. So anybody who wants to comment or anything like that about that happening, feel free to. And if anybody wants to come up on my panel, I'll actually put the link in the chat description. All right. So I'll put the chat in the description. Anybody's willing to comment about the current conspiracy theories or whatsoever, because all in all, certain people believe that Trump is innocent. Me, I don't know what to believe anymore because Republicans are lying and Democrats are lying, especially the Democrats, because there's a lot of people who are unhappy with what Biden is doing, and then there's a lot of people who are unhappy when what Trump was doing. So, with that said, I want anybody that could bring the rotten facts about Trump or Biden into this stage too, because certain people are trying to tell me the good things about Trump, but I haven't seen it. And then somebody tried to tell me the good things about Biden, I haven't seen them either. To me personally, I think that both presidents suck, but that's my opinion. All right. I hope everybody likes the background music. I like this beat though. I like how it's groove and everything like that. Shout out to the producer Smitty for this beat. I could tell you, he's an up and coming producer from the Atlanta area. So if I ever get like his social media or anything like that, if you need beats, he's the guy to go to. All right, shout out to you, Rakim. Mm, nice. All right. So this is my take on the conspiracy theories, I guess, on today's agenda. I mean, I'm not gonna go and say that I know too much about conspiracy agendas, but in some cases, there's a lot of quote unquote conspiracy theories that may or may have not came to fruition. For example, why is it that almost every guy that have dated the Kardashians, I'm talking about seriously, or have taken them seriously, have always had a bad relationship or came out incapacitated mentally out of that relationship? I mean, we could actually name like two victims. Kanye allegedly, and Lamar Odom allegedly. So when Lamar Odom was playing basketball, I don't know, maybe I might not be privy to his career or personal life, but I never heard of him using or abusing drugs before he actually got with the Kardashians. Now, after he got with the Kardashians, he started. There's been reports that he was abusing drugs. He went to the hospital, mentally incapacitated, because he's still not. Because he's still not all there. I don't care what anybody says. So, what is so bad about those women that men actually lose their marbles? I don't get it. Yep. Yeah, this your boy. Just tired for the moment. Hey, I gotta show my face sometime. Hmm. You gotta admit, this beat is groovy. Hmm. All right. Still waiting for any guests to actually show up. So I just put the link in the description again. All right. This is the Don Armando show. Hmm. Oh, heck no. Uh, all right. Oh, heck no. Hey, Jose, how you doing? You're always welcome on my side. Feel free to come up. Hey, how you doing?
Good evening, Don Armando. Thank you very much for allowing me on the platform. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right. Today's been like a good. I mean, this week is becoming a good week so far. On Sunday, me and the wife, we actually celebrated our 2 years being married.
Yes. You shout
So,
out. You shout out to you.
thank you.
But last night on my stream, it got a little crazy.
Yeah, yeah, I saw. I'm not gonna go around and really comment on it, but you know, it is what it is.
Well, I was look. Look. Let me put it to you this way. Okay. Um, if you want to have a an honest disagreement, that's fine. But for him to act the way he did was uncalled for, and I was very patient with him.
I mean, yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say that there's a lot of that's going on the scenes, which I'm not gonna really speak on. But it's like I could actually say like this whole summer, right?
Yeah.
It's just been crazy. So I'm just saying for my part, and for anybody's part, because It's like, for example, within the mixed spaces, I got like maybe I got left out or got kicked out of Discord. I mean, me personally, I might have been kicked out of certain people's Discords for inactivity and everything like that. But at the same time, it's like I'm doing a lot, and I'm not really making a lot of live streams like I used to because I'm having a lot of priorities now. So that's what it is.
Well, in my case, the big problem is just that certain people have issues with some other people that I choose to associate with.
I mean, yeah, it's like this is one thing I'm saying. Have you ever heard of the term gang stalking?
No.
I The term gang stalking is like, okay, there's a whole bunch of people that don't like you, right? I'm saying on social media.
Yeah.
So what they try to do is that they would actually they would actually make it look like that you're how should I say crazy or anything like that. At first they'll try to assassinate your character. Then they'll try to get you out of the job, or in certain cases get you kicked out of the apartment. Make sure that that one person doesn't succeed in whatever, and then they'll try to make sure and they'll try to attack that person's mental health until he's either is in an institution or he deletes himself. So therefore, there's a lot of that people have tried to do towards a lot of content creators on these streets don't um that don't agree with their views. I mean, let's say for instance, our our sister Golden Goddess, right?
Yes.
She's been a victim of gang stalking, meaning that when they find somebody, when they find something that that person loves, they try to attack and take it away with rumors and whatsoever. So therefore, that's like an issue of gang stalking with that person. With another content creator, they try to actually call Uber and Dash, trying to see where if that person's all right. You know, try to call the police with fake reports saying that that person going to delete themselves and everything like that. And then on top of it, try to make sure that that person loses funding, so therefore they can't take care of themselves. Another incident I've seen of gang stalking is that that our our mutual friend Giorgio, right?
Yes.
That he's just a guy that he just works hard, he travels, has a positive outlook, right?
Yes.
So the person who wants to commence the gang stalking against him is trying to paint the narrative that he's a spree shooter just because of an unfortunate incident that had happened to him. So therefore, they're trying to spread rumors and such that he is a school shooter and all this stuff. When the fact is, he's just a legal citizen that's law-abiding citizen. So my thing
Mm-hmm.
is that when you have a lot of stuff with gang stalking and then all that stuff, you will have certain stuff like what happened like on your stream last night. I'm not saying that to I'm not saying that to excuse the persons or anything like that, but I'm just saying like that might have been a an issue that had happened with certain content creators. So that's what I'm just saying.
I understand your point, but and the fact of the matter is, I was very patient with him. Okay,
Yeah,
in fact, he's lasted as long as he did because otherwise he would have been removed in less than 30 seconds. So, so, so the bottom line is this: whatever issues you're going through, taking out on other people is not the way to go. And in my case, I have gone through a lot of grief myself. I have never had to resort to, calling out people on other people's platforms, particularly when I have the authority to decide who gets on my platform and who gets removed. So, with that being said, he's again banned from my channel, and this time it's permanent. And in fact, I will replay the occurrence on my next stream to illustrate the point, which is whatever's going on in your own life, there's no excuse to go into another platform and raise Cain. Basically, that's what he did.
right. I mean, I can't really say whatever, but it's all I just got to say is that there's a lot of issues going on, including with myself. So,
Okay,
I've talked about my issues in the back street. So I'm just
yeah,
gonna in the back talk. So
okay,
you so therefore you have to do as what you do as a content creator to maintain your inner peace. So you got to do that. And one thing it is that a person could be doing this or whatever, but hey, it is what it is. So people who don't act accordingly on your platform, you do what you got to do. It's your platform at the
exactly,
end of the day, nobody
exactly.
else's.
And for him to be calling me out regarding him being biased against Zacharias, if that was the case, he would never have been allowed on my platform in the first place. If that was the case, he would
Um,
not have an opportunity to express his point of view for the length of time he was on my platform. If there was truly a
right?
bias, he brought upon this on himself.
Yeah,
And I'm very patient. But what's coming to him, he deserved it. He deserved it 100% when it comes to coming to my platform and raise issues when there was no issue to be raised.
yeah, but you know, it's like at the end of the day, right? If this is one thing I'm just gonna say, and in my channel, I settle beefs, right?
Yeah.
So in my own channel, Grand Merchant and Zachariah, they had a beef, right?
Yes.
And by the time when I went to I had to do something with my wife or something. The next thing
Hmm.
you know, they settled it. I'm not saying like you do what you can on your channel or anything like that. And if Zach Ross feel free to come in my channel whenever he wants, he can. But one thing
Uh,
I'm just gonna say is I'm
yeah.
just saying
Hmm.
I'm so at the end of the day, I'm like if people have like internal beefs and everything like that, I mean, why don't this is one thing I try to have as a platform. If y'all have like internal beef and y'all doing this in the platforms and stuff, I just want to go and be the person to be mediating. Because at the end of the day, right? Even though y'all do whatever and everything like that, you know, y'all both human beings at the end of the day. So that's all I gotta say.
I understand that,
So
and I understand it. And as I stated before, and I'll say it again, I will never police what other people do on their platform. However,
right,
rest assured, if it's inappropriate with me, I'm going to respond.
right.
That's all I'm going
So
to say.
I am. I I I agree because it's like this. I mean, I've seen a whole bunch of inappropriate things of my own in their own lives or whatever. And then, when I'm actually going at the person that I'm trying to go at, people are trying to tell me to shut up and everything like that. I'm like,
Hmm.
okay, well, let's put it like this. If a person disrespects your wife and everything like that, and then want to try to proceed to try to say nasty stuff just because of their perceived notion that I'm not who I say I am ethnically and everything like that, whenever I brought the point out, but yet that person wants to still speak lies on my name, I'm going to defend myself. And then if that person wants to go and talk nasty, and, and this one thing that I actually seen, which is hypocritical, I'm seeing that I could be that person could say the nastiest shit about me, right? And then nobody says nothing. But then when I go and I stand up for myself, I'm getting how should I say? They're trying to block my comments, this, that, and the third, and then they want to try to say that I'm wrong. I'm like, how am I wrong when the person's actually coming at me, trying to tell me who I am, and then trying to diss the woman that I love? Make that make sense?
It
It
doesn't.
doesn't. So my thing is with certain creators, oh stuff like nah. If you if y'all want to go and come at me, go around and come at that person. Oh, that person's trolling. No, that person has a repeated behavior of disrespecting me, and then on top of it, you have certain people that actually report on you that they're actually trying to make secret groups and everything like that, trying to use my voice so I could get in trouble with the law. So I'm not going to say the names who it is, but I'm just letting it be known.
Yeah.
I know who you are, and then on top of it, have these people they're just lames. Think about it. If you're working hard and everything like that, right? What time do you have to actually think about these people? I'm talking about businessmen. I'm talking about people who are in the entertainment industry, etc. Right? But it seems that me saying that I'm a Dominican West Indian has pissed off a lot of people. And then on top of it, my Spanish is bad. And when I was young, right, my mother and my father went up and instilled in me that you're supposed to help somebody whenever they're down, right? That means, and I take that with me, meaning that okay, if a person came straight from Dominican Republic and they don't know English, right? I'll try to help them the best I could. I'm not going to go and try to beat down that person just because they want to learn more about the culture and everything like that. You get what I'm trying
Hmm.
to say?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you have certain people who will try to beat you down and everything like that for a personal gain, and the personal gain is not really to help people. It's to actually destroy people, so therefore their ideology could be king. And that's what I've actually seen in these YouTube streets unsuccessfully. I mean, it's even to the point on TikTok that I was talking to a young Dominican lady like around. Well, I actually have the stream on. I actually have the stream and the back stream that I actually recorded on my phone with this young
Hmm.
lady. So when we were talking about how a certain content creator and the race and their racist and the divisiveness that that person has caused within our
Yeah.
community in New York. I mean, when
Yes.
I'm saying our, I'm talking about the Dominican community.
Of course.
And to me, it's like I try. This is what my thing is, which I haven't really brought yet, and you could agree with. You know that there's a lot of people who were born Latino or into a Latino household, but then they don't know their culture. Either their father passed away, or either distance and family and everything like that. You have certain
Mm-hmm.
people that don't know their culture because of years, and maybe a grandfather was their culture and stuff. So my thing is that if a person's want to actually honestly learn about their culture, let them be. Don't go around and be trying to tell a person, "Oh, you're not full of this, you're not full of that," and then that person who has no degree in history or any degree in genealogy to go around and tell that person, "Oh, that person's not that," or "this person's not this," just because we don't follow your work view of politics. So therefore, my thing is that if you have a whole bunch of Dominicans who are living all over the world, right? I'm talking about the West Indies. I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking about Europe, Canada. What makes you the person to go around and tell that person, "Oh, that person's not Dominican"? Well, the fact is, you don't know what those people actually went through, their life experiences, etc. So to me, I think that's very disrespectful.
Yes.
So I do not try to be with individuals like that. And then on top of it, if I can't debate with you without a person trying to throw personal insults, 9 times out of 10, that person could be educated, but yet you're letting the emotions get the best of you without debating the facts.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing that I've actually seen on here too. And I've seen this with another person. Um which I'm not gonna name because that person loves to send order of protections just because you mentioned that person's name, right?
Yes.
How is it that between me and Zacharias, right? They want to try to say, "Oh, this person is not who they say there is. Not not," and then they want to call me a monoracial. I'm not Latino and everything like that. I'm like, come on, get serious. All right, what up, Rakim?
Hey, what's up, Don, man? Just wanted to come by, show some love, man. How you been doing today, bro?
I've been doing all right, like my original thing is about like conspiracy theories. So me and Jose were just chopping it up about what happened on history last night. So therefore, since I got you two gentlemen on my stream, I want to know with this week in the news. Donald Trump being arrested, Prigozhin passing away, like I guess the week before, and the coups that are actually happening in Africa. What would be like the major conspiracy theory or theories in 2023 so far?
Um, can you repeat that again? What's been going on again, Don? You said somebody passed.
Or yeah, the untimely passing of Prigozhin, the CEO of the Wagner Group, and I just read on the news that Gabon, that the military went up and picked out the Gabon the president of Gabon.
That's in
So
Africa.
so therefore there's like two coups that went on. The coup in Niger, and now is a coup in Gabon. So therefore, with all these news of coups and plane accidents, etc., there's a lot of conspiracy theories behind that. So what is your thoughts about that?
Well, my thoughts is they were trying to, get Africa to go along with this alphabet agenda that's going on. I believe I'm not sure if Niger was had any type of connection to the French or anything, but it doesn't surprise me because they've been doing a lot of grimy stuff in Africa for the longest time. I don't know why they're trying to impose this whole alphabet thing on the continent of Africa. But they are, and they're threatening with sanctions to starve them to death. If not, if they don't comply with that, and it's just anytime, like anytime that is something that's going on within the government, predominantly people of African descent, there's no conspiracy theory to me because it's right there in our face. And
because it's like, okay, I remember when it was Barack Obama, and then they were trying to so put the alphabet agenda. The Kenyan president is like, get out of here. Or I don't know if it was the Kenyan president, but it was one kind of president that actually told Barack Obama get out of here with that. And then in Uganda, to my knowledge, they made that offense being a person of the alphabet community death sentence. So it's very and I'm seeing a lot of pushback within Africa. So my thing is that they ain't trying that with the Arab world. So I don't know what's happening.
yeah, that's because they still need the Arab world. That's where they get a majority of the oil from, and they know that that's not going to go well at all, the Arab world. But apparently, with sub-Saharan Africa, with the history of colonization and different things like that, they know Africa is the softer target where they can exploit and enforce his will on the governments of sub-Saharan Africa. That's that in the
Yeah,
nutshell.
I
You know
mean,
what? I'm fine.
you could talk, Don Jose.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm not surprised really because it seems like the radical of that community is, they have their heart set of ramming their um, dogma down everybody's throat. And heaven forbid if you just simply say politely, I disagree, but listen, you're homophobic, okay? Just because you choose not to deal with their lifestyle. I mean, the last time I checked, everyone has free choice. Everyone has the right to decide what to believe or not to believe. And it's been infiltrated not just in Africa, but also in the church as well, where one pastor actually stated that Jesus was gay and he had two daddies.
Yeah, you know what? It's funny. As a Christian, I don't believe in that because it's like it's perverting the teachings of Jesus Christ.
Yes.
So, with that said, it's like I've seen a whole bunch of people. They've actually. I remember it was back in the day. That was like a European director or so. He actually went up and made a video and tried to made a movie, tried to put it on Netflix, and the American public actually rallied against that because this guy was actually saying a lot of untruths and fallacies about the life of Jesus Christ to make it satire. And a lot of people who are actually devout Christians, they protest against Netflix about that. And that movie, I don't know to my knowledge, but I think that movie never came to light on Netflix. And then if you actually look at it, everybody was protesting on Dave Chappelle making fun, right? When the fact is, if you actually looked at the joke that he made on one of his comedy series, he was actually giving his respect to a late transgender comedian that went and deleted themselves just because of internet bashing and whatnot. When the fact is, which a lot of people, they, yet again, they use emotion instead of comprehending what a person says. He was actually giving respect to that late transgender comedian. But yet, I didn't see any disrespect in there whatsoever. What's your thoughts about that, Rakim?
Well, here's one thing that I'm starting to understand as I've gotten older, man. That I think a lot of people we tend to separate ourselves from reality. A lot of the times we tend to want things to be what we think they should be and not what they actually are. As time has gone on, and the more and more I've studied and done more research, and just life experience have told me never underestimate the power of evil people. Never underestimate the power of greedy people. Because to what Jose was just saying earlier, it's supposed to be freedom of speech. But do we really? Have we ever really had freedom of speech, or certain things that we were saying just was to the concern of the people that actually was at the top? I think that sometimes it's just a false illusion of freedom of speech. I do believe that we have more here than other places until it's time to deal with the consequences that goes against the grain of what the public narrative is. As
Yeah,
we saw,
it's funny because it's like, okay, what recently happened with Radical and Fresh and Fit, that they trying to that they went up and they demonetized them for whatsoever. So my thing is that when you actually see a whole bunch of people that they'll actually have radical views until they actually go against the grain or they offended somebody within the elites, then they're like, oh, that person's demonetized or whatsoever. And I think it was like last week or on some other screen that we were talking about how Rumble might have the same rules as YouTube when it maybe given 15 or 20 years. I think it was you that said that, right, Rickham?
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah.
After the platform is built up, it's going to repeat the same process that YouTube did. Probably make still Rumble to the highest bidder. Then from that point on, they're going to implement the same rules, and that's going to just be another mirror of YouTube, what YouTube is now today. The reason why we had free reign in the beginning is because nobody knew how to monetize the new, social media at that particular time. So as time has went on, right, people are finding ways to monetize social media to the point where it's a mirror of what the media network was on television. It's just that it's a little bit more, freelance. I should say.
It's like me. Hopefully, I'm about to make a vlog about restaurants and traveling and whatsoever. So I'm going to try my hand out on that until I actually get better equipment. But my thing is this. I see that within these YouTube streets, I'm talking about all these YouTube streets, right? You see certain content creators and I know that Don Jose actually seen this, that some of these content creators, they actually treat their followers like a cult or something. It's even to the point that I went up, I was like, hey, I'm new to your channel, right? And then the person went up and tried to curse me out, say, if you ain't saying nothing or you ain't saying nothing, get out my channel. I don't give a F who you are. I was like, oh, okay. Gotcha. I see what game you're playing now. Blocks.
Yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Jose.
In fact, on my first call-in show, I dealt with the fact there is censorship in YouTube. I plan to visit that topic again, and the way I see it, it's elected censorship. Selected in the sense,
just like selective outrage.
yes. Like for example, if you have a message that that that's not left leaning or what have you, they will go out of their way to apply the punishment for the guidelines. However, if you are left leaning or what have you, you can get with witchery murder. So I plan to address that sometime in the near future, and I think I'm gonna reach out to a couple of YouTube creators. One of them will be Radical Latino because he was monetized um, recently. And my thing is this: I have no problem when YouTube enforces his guideline across the board. The problem I have when they're selective in their enforcement.
Right. I mean,
That's
with
my
me, right?
yeah.
It's like I went to it's like when you actually have selective outrage, and we've all seen this in the YouTube streets or whatsoever when it's regarding me, right?
Yeah.
Whenever I start defending myself from whatever, or everybody has a selective outrage, but then when that person's talking bad about me, everybody's like, oh, it's trolling until I actually go and defend myself. I don't know what's up with that. I don't really care because I actually came into this stream not to go around and be accused. I came in there with the simple goal, just being respectful. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But then this is the first thing. I don't know who Criente is. Don't really care. But ever since I actually started being a content creator, the specter of that man has, or the legacy of that content creator has been enthralled on me. So between you two, right? What was this guy Criente like? Was he cool? Was he an idiot? What kind of content creator he was? I just want to know.
I know very little about him. What little I know that he practiced himself as being Colombian, but there was allegations that he's anything but that. Other than that, I really don't have any knowledge regarding El Corriente. Maybe Joaquin knows some information I don't know.
No, I don't know. That was Oriente was before my time. Apparently, a little bit of information that I got on him. Apparently, he was cosplaying being Colombian, Panamanian, or something like that. And from what I hear, he's either West Indian or African American, one of the two. Outside of that, I just heard that he was a fraud. Outside of that, I didn't know anything about his house or what.
Because it was like this. As you know, I just went up and actually started my history with Fighter Complex. I just went up and I was like, I didn't know what the heck was StreamYard was at the time. I went up, I was like, yo, I'm just showing my homie love, you know what I mean? The only reason I went up and I say homie because, our families is linked, you know what I mean? The next thing you know, I get all this pullback that actually goes back to that actually in modern day. So my thing is that, like, this guy Criente, I've been always hearing about what set the mold for everybody to try to think or be experts on what I'm saying, and then people trying to second guess me and everything like that. And to me, I was actually talking to somebody, right? And I put it myself out there. I gave the truth about who I am. Why is it that certain people just want to still try to talk the lies, and their lies is not making sense? For example, I was called a Haitian. No proof around that, right? I told a little bit of my history. That I was actually raised in Gulfport, Mississippi. Oh, I'm a Creole. Third, I'm a country boy. You seen all of this stuff. I literally posted pictures of my dead relatives and a video of my dead relatives. And people are still talking against my evidence. It's mind-boggling on how hate and then people are not really satisfied with whatsoever, and they're still trying to talk against you. Like, what a person needs to do? I have to get a DNA test now?
I wouldn't even worry about it, John. It's not even necessary to worry.
It's not that, right? But it's like this: if I become the paid content creator, right? And I was actually talking about a content creator that's actually now, I'm not going to say that person's name, but he's actually suing another content creator for slander. So, with that said, he actually had that other content creator's video shut down just because of inappropriate message and whatsoever, right? So my thing is that if a person is so enthralled about me, right? And if I become a content creator or what have you, I'm like, at the end of the day, all the stuff that a person is going to is actually can be documented into a civil court case, and it will actually look bad at them in the long run. Don't y'all agree?
Look, the reality is this. We're all gonna have haters, and there's really nothing we can do about those individuals. Okay?
Right.
Just don't allow them space into your platform. No.
Exactly. Exactly.
And if I may continue, particularly in light of what happened last night, regarding a certain individual that came in on my platform to basically cause an argument, and then try to tell me how to run my own platform when he doesn't have a platform. Oh, correction, he had a platform, but it was deleted.
Who was that,
Okay.
Jose? I missed that stream yesterday.
It's that just catching on the playback on Raccoon. That's all I got to say.
I'm gonna show a replay of what happened on my next stream, and it has to do with Zacharias.
Oh, Zacharias came to your stream yesterday?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
All right. Rakim, are you familiar with the term gang stalking?
No. I think I might have heard of it, but I don't understand.
All right. Gang stalking is when you have certain, like say this, I'm the most hated, I guess, content creator right now, right? So imagine maybe a whole bunch of individuals that got nothing to do, right? They want to find out they want to go dox a person's information. That's the first thing, right? The second thing is that they're trying to take a person's job away or whatever. And the third, they want to try to make a whole bunch of stress on that individual so that person could actually be in jail, be in a mental asylum, or self-delete themselves. So that's what the premise of gang stalking is. And I've seen that with like in my time in the YouTube streets, we've actually seen somebody trying to gang stalk um Gigi just because of an opinion. And the way that they're trying to do is through her kids.
Okay, so gang stalking is like gang stalking is pretty much how like doxing people.
It's more than doxing. It's more that they even try to follow the person, like through the cars, try to keep tabs. So therefore they could try to make that person mentally unwell by putting unnecessary stress just because of who they are. I'm gonna block myself for a little bit, but I'm gonna come back.
Joaquin, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here, Jose.
Okay, basically what happened, he was calling light the fact that I have a bias against him because I let certain things fly with other people that I don't let fly with him. Now, mind you, um, if I really had a bias against him, he would never have been allowed to be on my platform in the first place. And he kept talking about that, I have never, didn't have the same energy for Molotov Vanguard, which I explained to him. I tried to explain to him that I did address it several times on my previous streams. Then he made light of the fact of the stream when we had, regarding more stupid games, when everyone was going crazy and everyone was, was addict. So he was going like to me, why did I let it fly? So basically, he's trying to tell me how to conduct my own platform. In my own platform. Now, mind you, he had a channel, but it was deleted. I would suggest, Joaquin, if you have a chance, you take a look at the stream yourself and you can see it. And I was very patient with him.
Yeah, I have to definitely check that out, Jose. Definitely.
Yeah. So as a result, he's banned again, this time permanently. There's no second chances. There's no way he can ever appear on my platform. Because for him to come at me like that, to show that disrespect, I don't play. I don't have the time, the energy. I understand he's going through a lot of stuff, what have you, but guess what? All of us go through stuff. Okay? 3 years ago, I lost within 6 months my older sister and my mom. Okay? I've seen more than half my family pass away and all that. Never did I resort to taking out my grief with other people. But then again, I have a coping mechanism to deal with whatever I have to deal with.
Hey Jose, can you tell Don I gotta get ready to go? I gotta head out really quickly. I'll join
Okay.
back. I'll join
Yeah.
back.
Well. Yeah. Well, Radical is going to be on in about 9 minutes. So I'm going to be. So I'm going to be heading towards that stream shortly.
Okay.
But
All right. So Radical having the stream. That's what's up. I might just pass through too as well.
All right. Shout out to you, Don.
so, Don Armando, I'm going to be heading off as well. First of all, thank you for allowing me um, the platform. And if I did sound a little salty, I have every right. In my estimation, I have every right to feel that way. Considering that I've done everything to make that rice feel good. Well, thank you very much. So, take care.
So I see that we got 3 people in the building right now. So I'm waiting for one of my next guests to come through. Well, with that said, good evening to everybody. And this has been Open Topics with Don Armando. Check you out.